Are you looking for up to $25,000 right now quickly to be able to get out of debt as fast as possible and you don't have a perfect credit score? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 companies that can get you credit quickly, even if you have shaky personal credit. But there is a method to be able to get this money and fast. And if you screw it up, you're probably not going to get the money. So in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what to do. So then that way you can actually get up to $25,000 even if you have bad credit. So let's get into it. So first and foremost, if you've not pulled your personal credit reports with Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion lately, then you need to do that right away. In fact, right now down below, you'll be able to do this for free with that link. And I have it in the description box as well as right down below. So then that way you can access your Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion credit reports right away. If you get it for free, you're probably not going to be able to access your FICOs, but that doesn't really matter at this point because what we're looking for is getting rid of our hard inquiries. The problem is that most people don't understand that they cannot qualify for new credit if they have a ton of hard inquiries in the last, say, 6 to 12 months. And of course, as you know, hard inquiries stay on your credit reports for up to 2 years. And so the more we can get off these hard inquiries as quickly as possible, the much more likely our chances are that we'll be able to qualify for unsecured credit moving forward, in addition to increasing our FICO score to maybe in the range that we need to be in to qualify for the credit in the first place. I have a black hat strategy to be able to help you get rid of hard inquiries quickly, like within the next, say, 7 days or so, sometimes even less if you move on this stuff fast, to whereas you can actually remove these hard inquiries off right away and then be able to qualify for this credit that you're looking for. So let's talk about the black hat strategy. And so I strongly urge you, if you've not pulled your 3 credit reports, again, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, you can go down below to the free site link right there, be able to get your free credit reports. That what you're looking for are your hard inquiries. Don't bother with the soft inquiries. They do not personally or negatively affect your credit, but the hard inquiries do, because it makes you look like you're desperate for credit. You're applying everywhere, you're getting declined in many cases, and it just makes it look bad on your credit. Plus, it diminishes your FICO score. So what we need to do is first and foremost get rid of these hard inquiries right away, and there's a couple ways to do it. Option A, go to my website. You can go to getdisputeletters.com or secretcreditletters.com down below in the description area. And what you're looking for is my hard inquiry dispute letter at that site. And what you can do is send that letter off to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And you dispute the hard inquiries based on the fact that they did not have permissible purpose to be able to pull your credit. At the same time, you should also send a letter to all the creditors, the credit furnishers, the people that pulled your credit on your credit reports. Send a letter to them as well. It won't be the same letter, but you'll send a letter to them as well, also citing that they did not have permissible purpose to pull your credit. Now, many of them will not argue with you. They'll just simply remove these hard inquiries off your personal credit, which will boost your credit score, your FICO score, by 3 to 8 points, depending on your current algorithm situation with your personal credit reports right now. And of course, the lower your score, the higher your FICO point boost will be for each hard inquiry that's removed off, which could be up to 8 points, which is unbelievable and amazing. So if you have 10 hard inquiries, say, for example, you can stand to gain about 80 points possibly by simply removing those hard inquiries off. And most of these credit furnishers will not argue with you when you send a letter saying, remove this hard inquiry off my credit report. So between you disputing with Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, and at the same time, at the same exact time, also disputing it with the credit furnishers, you'll find that their names and their addresses are located on your credit reports under the hard inquiry section. So you can target them directly at the same time as disputing with Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And between both sets of disputes, you'll likely be able to get the vast majority of those hard inquiries off. This is the important step that a lot of people like to skip because they're in such a mad hurry to go get the money that they skip this part and then they never get the money because they don't have the credit worthiness enough, because the hard inquiries, believe it or not, are screwing you over on your potential to be able to actually access unsecured credit. And so once you do this, once you're able to actually get all of the hard inquiries or most of the hard inquiries removed off, then and only then can you apply for these different credit programs. And these are for people with credit problems. And so, for example, if you're looking for money and quick money fast, then you'll definitely want to take a look and consider these loan programs. So the very first one to consider is called 1F cash advance. And so it's up to $5,000. It's going to be a higher interest rate. I'm not going to lie to you. When you have lower credit scores, guess what? You get screwed on interest rate. That's just how the ball bounces. So obviously, if you've not started to look at all of my credit repair videos to this point, I strongly urge you to start doing that. So then that way you're not stuck in these types of situations where you're getting higher interest rate loans. Because unfortunately, the more you do that, obviously you're sinking even deeper into your credit hole or calamity, if you will. So eventually you're going to want to pull yourself out, which, by the way, I always recommend that people borrow a little bit of extra money. And then that way, maybe you can use this extra money to start injecting into some kind of side hustle business. So then ultimately you can get the cash flow going on so that you could pull yourself out of this, this hole that you might find yourself in when it comes to being in debt and not having access to enough credit. So that's the very first one, and I will link it up down below. The second one is called Exact Loan. You can get upwards of, it depends on the state and it depends on your personal credit, but you can get, thousands of dollars as far as each possible loan that you can get. And again, it does vary by state, but Exact Loan does have a lot of different loan programs. You could check them out on their website, which I'll link down below in the description box. The other one is called Credit Ninja. So Credit Ninja can offer you up to $5,000. Again, all of these companies that I'm mentioning to you are specifically for people with credit problems. So if you have a lower FICO score or you've had credit problems in the past, these are the specific loans to you as far as helping you get through and getting a loan if you need money right away. So Credit Ninja is really excellent and great and can get you up to $5,000, and they can get it pretty quick. If you're, especially for those of you looking for money right away. And then if you want up to $25,000, I strongly urge you to take a look at a company called Reprise. I will link their information down below in the description box. And again, Reprise will get you up to $25,000 relatively quickly. But again, as I just mentioned, all of these companies and lenders, they really do take a look at your hard inquiries. And if you have a ton of hard inquiries showing that there's some level of deep desperation on your part to get credit, it's going to be very difficult for you to be able to qualify for anything. So please note that you probably want to immediately remove those hard inquiries with that strategy I just outlined, with disputing it with both Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, which are the credit reporting bureaus, and at the same time disputing it with the credit furnishers that put those hard inquiries on your credit reports in the first place. And if you could do that kind of at the same time, then you'll be able to further facilitate this process quicker and getting those hard inquiries removed off as quickly as possible. And then finally, you want to take a look at a company called Class Act. So Class Act, I will also link their information down below in the description box. You can also get upwards of $25,000 from them as well. Now, here's a secret strategy for you. I call it this credit stack. So if you're able to successfully get rid of all or most of those hard inquiries using the strategy that I outlined at the beginning of this video, and you need a lot more than $25,000, or you want to maybe double up on your, loan, I guess you could say, chances to be able to get more money, I strongly urge you to consider applying for 2 at the same time. So say, for example, you're able to get, say, 10 of your hard inquiries off. And so now your credit's looking pretty clean as far as the hard inquiry side. Plus, it's boosted your FICO score. So why not go for a Reprise and Class Act at the same time and literally send in applications online at the exact same time for both of those companies and then see what happens? Because I have a lot of students that do that, where they're able to simultaneously apply for 2 different loans at the same time, and then that way they can actually qualify for double the amount of money that they initially went after, just because they were able to do it at the exact same time. So I strongly urge you to do that if you're really looking for money. But again, the key to this, and I know this seems kind of counterintuitive, but you want to borrow a little bit extra money, so then that way you can put that extra money into some kind of profitable side hustle. I don't care if you're going to be starting the process of building an online business, reselling stuff. Yes, people still make money off of eBay. I have a whole load of other videos I've done specifically on how to create a very profitable side hustle business. So you definitely want to check those out on my channel. But borrow a little bit of extra money So then that way you're not constantly on this treadmill of trying to survive, and instead you're getting maybe a couple of extra, $2,000-$3,000 or more to put specifically into a side hustle cash flowing business opportunity. So then that way you can use that cash flow to pay off all of your debts, get out of all of your debt hole that you're in, and be able to finally start to enjoy the financial freedom that we all know you deserve. So if you found that this content was helpful, give me a nice thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel. Drop some comments down below. It helps me out a lot. Also join my school group, school.com/Monica Main, to get my free Credit Millionaire book, which is still available, but I will be taking it down shortly. And this book will share with you not only my secret strategies on repairing and rebuilding your personal credit as fast as possible, but using something called corporate or business credit. Even if you are new to the business credit world or don't even have a business at all, you can actually enjoy the benefits of getting hundreds of thousands of dollars in unsecured credit to help you build wealth for yourself, as well as a legacy business for your kids, grandkids, etc. forever. So again, school.com/Monica Main, to go ahead and get my Credit Millionaire book. This is Monica Main signing off, and I will see you in the next video.